Have you ever felt like the world doesn't believe in you? Have you ever been told that you aren't enough or that you'll never make it? Maybe you've even started doubting yourself because of what others said. But let me tell you something, those doubts, those negative voices, they don't define you. They don't get to decide your future. Today is the day you stop waiting for permission to prove yourself. You have the power within you to turn every ounce of negativity into fuel that drives you to succeed. This isn't just about silencing critics, it's about showing the world that they underestimated you. In this speech, I'll share the tools, the mindset shifts, and the relentless spirit you need to rise above the doubt and take control of your destiny. Get ready to turn those moments of doubt into moments of victory. What you're about to hear could be the turning point you've been waiting for, because today you're not just going to prove them wrong, you're going to show them exactly what you're made of. Let's face it, doubt is something we all encounter. Whether it's from others or even from ourselves, it can feel overwhelming at times. People will tell you what you can't do, what you'll never achieve. They'll put labels on you, limits they think you'll never break through. But instead of letting that doubt bring you down, it's time to use it as the fuel that powers you forward. External negativity is not something to fear, it's something to harness. When people doubt you, they are giving you the one thing that can propel you, a challenge. Their doubts can light a fire inside of you if you let them. It's your choice. Will you accept their limitations, or will you prove them wrong? Their negativity doesn't need to be your story. Instead, let it fuel your determination. Let it become the driving force that makes you push harder, aim higher, and strive for more. You can turn their disbelief into your relentless belief in yourself. That's how you start proving them wrong. Who told you that you're not enough? Who decided what you can or can't do? Let me tell you something, no one gets to define you but you. For too long, we've allowed others' opinions and judgments to shape the way we see ourselves. It's time to change that. The moment you take control of your narrative is the moment everything changes. The setbacks, the failures, they're not the end of your story. They're just chapters. Your story is still being written, and you are the author. You get to decide how it unfolds. Every moment of struggle is just a temporary obstacle, not the final word. It's time to stop letting others' labels control your path. The only one who truly gets to define your worth is you. Reclaim your story and embrace the power you have to rewrite the rules. Be the hero of your journey. The people who doubted you, they're just supporting characters in your story, and you're about to prove that you're the main event. Let me tell you something powerful. Doubt can be your greatest motivator. When people don't believe in you, it's easy to get discouraged. But here's the truth. Their disbelief doesn't have to stop you. It can fuel you. Think about it. Every time someone says you can't do something, it's just an opportunity for you to push even harder. Their doubts, that's the spark you need to ignite your fire. Instead of letting their negativity weigh you down, let it fuel your relentless pursuit. It's not about proving them wrong just for the sake of it. It's about proving to yourself what you're truly capable of. You have the power to turn every no into a yes. When they say you can't, you say, watch me. Turn their resistance into the fuel that powers your passion. The world doesn't get to decide your limits, you do. Every no is just an invitation to push harder, reach farther, and achieve more than they ever thought possible. There's a secret to real success, and it's not about avoiding failure. It's about how you handle it. Life will knock you down. You'll face setbacks, challenges, and moments that make you question everything. But here's the thing. The real power lies in how you rise after each fall. Resilience is your ability to bounce back stronger, to keep going when the world tells you to stop. Failure is not your enemy. It's a part of the process. It's a lesson. Every setback is an opportunity to learn, to grow, to come back even stronger. If you get knocked down, will you stay down? Or will you rise? The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is simple: persistence. The most successful people aren't the ones who never fail. They're the ones who keep going when failure happens. They show up, they learn, and they push forward. Resilience is the key to long-term success, and it's in your control. How many times have you waited for the perfect moment? How many times have you told yourself you'll start tomorrow, next week, or next month? The truth is, the perfect moment doesn't exist. It's time to stop waiting. You're in charge now. The moment to take action is now. Action is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It's not about waiting for the right conditions, it's about creating them. Every single step you take today builds your future. If you keep waiting, you're just delaying your success. The most successful people didn't wait for the stars to align. They took action, made mistakes, learned, and kept moving forward. Your dreams won't come true by simply wishing for them. You need to act. Small steps, big steps, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you start. Each step you take today matters, and it's the key to proving your worth to the world. Success doesn't happen overnight. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. But here's the thing, consistency is your most powerful weapon. It's the small, everyday efforts that add up to big results. You won't see instant rewards, and you might get discouraged along the way, but that's where consistency comes in. Every time you show up, every time you keep going, even when it's tough, you're building your success. The key is to keep pushing forward, even when the results aren't immediate. If you want to succeed, you have to be willing to keep going when others quit. This is where many people fail. They give up too soon, but not you. You're in it for the long haul. The more consistent you are, the closer you get to your goals. Every step, no matter how small, counts. Let me tell you something crucial. If you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. Your belief in your own potential is your secret weapon. Without it, all the action, all the effort, it won't matter. Belief is the foundation of everything you'll achieve. When you believe in yourself, you don't need anyone else's approval. You trust your abilities, and that confidence is what drives you to take bold action. How do you build that belief? It starts with trusting yourself, even when others doubt you. It's about knowing deep down that you're capable of more than anyone can imagine. The world will always try to tell you what you can't do, but your belief in yourself is stronger than any external doubt. When you trust yourself, you silence the negativity and start to show the world just what you're made of. We're all so focused on the destination that we often forget to celebrate how far we've come. Every step, no matter how small, is a victory. It's time to stop waiting for the big moments and start celebrating the little wins. Every day you keep going, every challenge you overcome, it all counts. Those small victories are what build momentum. They remind you that you're on the right path. Celebrate your progress. Recognize the effort you've put in, and use that to fuel your next move. You don't have to wait until you've achieved everything to celebrate. Your journey is just as important as the destination. When you acknowledge how far you've come, it gives you the energy to keep going. Your success isn't just about the end goal, it's about everything you learn and achieve along the way. Keep moving forward and keep celebrating those wins. Have you ever felt invisible? Have you ever worked tirelessly toward a goal only to have others dismiss your efforts or tell you that you won't make it? It stings, doesn't it? But here's the thing, that doubt, that underestimation, it doesn't define you. It never has. What others think of you is not your reality, it's just their perception. Today, I'm going to show you how you can take that doubt, that negativity, and use it to fuel your journey to success. This isn't about waiting for approval. This is about taking control, turning the tables, and showing the world exactly who you are. So stay with me, because what you're about to hear could change everything for you. It's time to prove them wrong. Have you ever felt that sting of being underestimated? Maybe it came from family, friends, or even strangers who judged you based on what they saw or thought they knew. It hurts. But let me tell you something, you're not alone in this. The reality is, everyone who has ever done anything great has faced this moment. It's the nature of the human condition. People tend to judge based on the surface, based on their own limitations, not yours. They project their fears and insecurities onto you, but that doesn't mean those limitations have anything to do with who you are or what you can achieve. What they see is not your full potential. What they doubt is only their own inability to imagine something greater. So when they underestimate you, understand this, it's not a reflection of your worth. It's a reflection of their narrow view. Doubt is a natural part of the journey. In fact, it's often a sign that you're doing something right. Why? Because doubt usually shows up when you're stepping off the beaten path, when you're trying something new, when you're going against the grain. People don't fear what's common. They fear what they don't understand. The more unique your path, the more criticism you'll face. But here's the thing, those who dare to challenge the norm are the ones who change the world. So when others doubt you, don't see it as a setback. See it as confirmation that you're doing something different, something worth noticing. The path to greatness is never easy, and those who have walked it before you didn't have it easy either. But they didn't let doubt stop them. And neither should you. Why do people fear what they don't understand? Because it challenges their comfort zone, just as your potential challenges theirs. Don't let their doubt derail you. Use it to propel yourself forward. Now let's talk about reframing that doubt. Instead of letting it bring you down, let it light a fire within you. Think about this, every time someone doubts you, they're giving you the motivation to work harder. That's right, their negativity is fuel. The artist who paints a masterpiece isn't afraid of the struggles or the people who don't understand their vision. They keep creating, shaping their masterpiece with every stroke. Your dreams and goals are the same. They might seem unclear, misunderstood, or even impossible to others, but that's what makes them worth pursuing. So every time someone doubts you, ask yourself this: what if their doubt is actually a sign that you're breaking new ground, doing something extraordinary? What if they're not rejecting you, they're simply not ready for what you're about to create? Embrace this challenge. Understand that if people don't doubt you, it means you're not pushing the limits far enough. When they underestimate you, it's not a failure, it's an opportunity. An opportunity to show them, to show yourself what you're truly capable of. Let their doubt become your driving force, your source of power. Use it to exceed their expectations and make them regret ever assuming you couldn't do it. Because you can and you will. And one day they'll look back and wonder how they ever thought they could predict your success. So let their doubt motivate you. Let it push you to heights they never thought possible. You're about to prove them wrong. Have you ever looked in the mirror and wondered if you were truly capable of achieving your dreams? Or worse, have you ever felt like you weren't good enough because of what others might think of you? The truth is, many of us allow the opinions and judgments of others to define us. We let their perceptions become the lens through which we see ourselves. But what if I told you that those perceptions don't have to shape your destiny? What if I told you that the real power lies in how you see yourself, not in how others do? Today I want to show you how to take control of your perception. Break free from the limiting beliefs that others have placed on you and realize your true potential. This isn't just about silencing the noise around you. This is about turning your mindset into your greatest weapon. Stay with me because the journey to self-belief starts right now. How often do you judge yourself based on the opinions of others? Think about it. How many times have you allowed the words of someone else to affect how you view your own worth? The impact of external opinions is powerful. When someone doubts your ability, when they tell you that you're not enough or that you can't do it, that can quickly turn into a voice inside your head. Before you know it, you're not just hearing their doubts, you're echoing them in your mind, limiting your own possibilities. It's a trap we all fall into. The opinions of others can create internal limitations, locking us in a cage built from someone else's perspective. But here's the truth, those external opinions are just that, opinions. And they don't have to dictate your path. It's time to take back control and start seeing yourself through your own eyes, not theirs. Society loves to label people. We're judged by our appearances, our backgrounds, and our mistakes. The world has a way of defining us based on surface-level factors. But you are more than that. You're more than the color of your skin, the school you went to, or the mistakes you've made in the past. These things don't define who you are or what you can achieve. Yet how often do we find ourselves trapped by society's expectations? How often do we hide parts of ourselves because we're afraid of being judged or criticized for not fitting into someone else's idea of who we should be? The truth is, society's labels don't define your potential. They don't know your heart, your dreams, or your capacity for greatness. So ask yourself this, how much of your true potential have you kept hidden just to meet someone else's expectations? How much of you are you holding back because you fear how others might perceive you? It's time to stop living in the shadows of those expectations. The world is waiting for you to shine as your true self. Let me share a story with you. You've heard of people who were told they wouldn't succeed, who were underestimated because of where they came from or the mistakes they made along the way. Take Oprah Winfrey, for example. She was told she wasn't fit for television, that she didn't have the look or the voice. They said she was too emotional, too raw, but Oprah didn't let those perceptions hold her back. Instead, she used them as fuel to push herself forward, to create something that the world hadn't seen before. She turned doubt into determination and changed the course of her life and the lives of millions in the process. Her story isn't unique. Many others have overcome society's limited perceptions of them and achieved greatness. Just like a diamond, your potential may be hidden beneath layers of doubt and judgment, but once you break free, it will shine brighter than anyone ever expected. You have that power inside you. All it takes is the courage to push through the barriers of perception. If you don't challenge perception, you stay stuck. It's as simple as that. If you keep letting others define you, you'll never know what you're truly capable of. You'll keep playing it safe, staying within the lines of what others think you can do, but that's not where greatness lives. Greatness lies on the other side of those expectations, in the space where you challenge what's been told to you, where you push the limits and prove that you're capable of more. Don't settle for the limits others have placed on you. Don't let their perceptions keep you from unlocking the fullness of who you are. The world doesn't need more people living in the shadows of others' beliefs. The world needs you, bold, unafraid, and willing to challenge everything that's ever been said about you. Your worth doesn't come from the opinions of others, it comes from within you. You are the one who gets to decide your value. And the moment you realize this, everything changes. You stop looking for validation from the outside world. You stop measuring your worth by how others see you, and you start building unshakable confidence from within. Confidence isn't about being perfect, it's about trusting yourself, even when the world doesn't. Your self-belief is your greatest asset. When you start trusting in your abilities and believing in your potential, no one can take that away from you. The opinions of others will no longer hold any weight because you'll know who you are and what you're capable of. Your true value comes from within. Start building that confidence today and watch how the world begins to shift in your favor. Have you ever felt like you're wearing someone else's identity? Like you're constantly trying to meet expectations that don't even align with who you really are? If so, you're not alone. So many of us fall into the trap of living for others, their opinions, their judgments, their ideas of who we should be. But here's the truth. Your life is yours to live, and you have the power to define who you are. Today we're going to take back control. We're going to break free from the chains of external expectations, rewrite the narrative of your life, and step into the person you were always meant to be. I'm not talking about wishful thinking or empty promises. I'm talking about real, actionable steps to reclaim your identity. This is your journey to self-empowerment, and it starts right now. Are you letting others define you? Think about it. How often do you find yourself trying to meet someone else's standards? Whether it's society's ideals, family expectations, or peer pressure, we all face the weight of others' opinions. But here's the harsh reality. When you let other people dictate who you are, you're giving up your power. You're sacrificing your happiness and growth to fit into a mold that wasn't designed for you. The cost of letting others control your identity is steep. It's a life of compromise, of trying to live up to someone else's dream rather than your own. So I want you to ask yourself, what are you losing by letting others decide who you are? What could you gain by stepping into your true self? It's time to rewrite the story of your life. You don't have to play by anyone else's rules. It's not easy, but it's necessary. You have to step away from the expectations that others have placed on you, whether that's your family, your friends, or society as a whole. Why should they get to decide who you are? Why should they control your path, your decisions, your dreams? Who gets to define you? The people who doubt you, the people who judge you, or the person you've always been inside? The truth is, only you have the power to decide who you are and what your life will look like. You have the authority to change the narrative of your life. So I ask you, who are you allowing to hold the pen to your story? You are the author of your own story. This is one of the most empowering truths you can grasp. Everything you've ever wanted to do, achieve, or experience starts with you. It begins the moment you take ownership of your life and your choices. Embrace your true self, flaws, mistakes, strengths, and all, and start creating the life you want to live. You see, if you let someone else write your chapters, they'll write a story that fits their vision, not yours. You are the one who knows your heart. You are the one who knows your dreams. So stop waiting for permission or validation from others. Own your identity and begin to write your own book. The only person who can limit you is you, and today we break that limit. Your worth doesn't come from others, it comes from within. When you realize that your true potential becomes limitless, start defining yourself by what you can do, not by what others expect of you. The only way to truly build confidence is through action. When you show up as your authentic self day after day, you build the kind of confidence that can't be shaken by anyone's judgment. It's the small, consistent actions, showing up, taking risks, doing things your way, that will define who you are. You won't need anyone else's approval because you'll already be living in alignment with your true self. And let me tell you something, when you stop letting others define you, you start living, not just existing. You become free to pursue your passions, follow your dreams, and unlock the full power of who you are. This is your life. You are in control. Take back your identity and begin to truly live. Have you ever been told you couldn't do something? Have you ever faced doubt from others, or even from within yourself? What if I told you that every no, every rejection, and every ounce of doubt was actually your biggest opportunity? Too often we let fear and the opinions of others shape our future. But here's the truth, your potential is limitless. The only thing standing between you and your dreams is the belief that you can. Today we're going to break through that. We're going to shift your mindset from being controlled by fear to being fueled by it. This isn't about waiting for things to change or hoping for a miracle. This is about proving everyone wrong, including yourself. If you're ready to embrace the power of your own determination, stay with me, because what you're about to hear is the key to unlocking your true potential. What if failure wasn't an option? Imagine for a moment, what would you achieve if you weren't afraid of failing? Think about how many opportunities you've missed simply because you were too afraid to take the first step. Now picture this, fear of failure is gone, replaced by the freedom to pursue anything you desire. When you believe that failure isn't the end, it becomes the start of something new. You can go after what you want without worrying about what might go wrong. This mindset opens up possibilities that you never thought were available to you. Fearlessness isn't about never failing, it's about having the courage to keep moving forward no matter what. What could you accomplish with that kind of freedom? The answer is everything. Doubt has a unique power. It can fuel you if you let it. There's nothing like the fire that burns inside when you're determined to prove someone wrong. Every time someone tells you that you can't, that you won't, or that you're not good enough, you have a choice. You can either accept their limitations for you, or you can turn that doubt into your driving force. Think about it, how much longer are you going to let someone else's disbelief stop you from achieving greatness? Let me tell you something, people will always doubt you, but those doubts are a gift. They're a reminder that you have something to prove, that you have the power to show the world what you're made of. Let their disbelief light a fire in you. Let it drive you to work harder, rise higher, and prove them wrong every single day. When people doubt you, it's not a sign of your weakness, It's an invitation to rise. Underestimation is not a burden, it's an opportunity. It's the chance to step up when no one believes you can. Think about the struggles you faced. Every time you felt underestimated, every time someone told you couldn't do it, it was simply another chance to prove them wrong. Embrace that struggle, it's where your strength is forged. Adversity doesn't break you, it builds you. It shapes you into someone stronger, more resilient, and more determined. So I ask you, are you going to let their doubts define your future, or will you use it to fuel your rise? The choice is yours, and you have the power to turn that doubt into your greatest asset. Every no is a step closer to your yes. How many times have you heard no? How many times have you been told you weren't good enough, not ready, or that your dreams were too big? Here's the thing. Every rejection, every setback is just another chance to prove your worth. What if you could start seeing every no as a small victory? Every time someone tells you no, you're that much closer to hearing yes. It's all about perspective. When you shift your mindset, setbacks aren't defeats, they're steps toward your success. The key to success is persistence. Every time you hear no, take it as a challenge to keep going, to keep pushing. Because each no is just a sign that you're one step closer to breaking through. Keep going, don't stop. Success is on the other side of that next no. Let me tell you about some people who were underestimated, doubted, and told they couldn't. There are countless stories of individuals who faced rejection, adversity, and skepticism, and they used it all as motivation to prove the world wrong. People like Steve Jobs, who was fired from the company he built, or Oprah Winfrey, who was told she was too unpolished for television. These are stories of triumph born from the flames of doubt. They didn't let rejection stop them, they used it to fuel their journey. Your dream is no different. It's a flame inside you, and just because others may try to snuff it out with their negativity doesn't mean it's gone. In fact, their doubt can make it burn brighter. Keep that flame alive. Don't let anyone extinguish it. You have everything you need to succeed. Right now, in this moment, you already possess everything you need to make your dreams come true. It's all inside you. The drive, the power, the talent, the strength. The only thing left is to show the world what you're made of. Stop waiting for someone to hand you the opportunity or the validation. It's time to prove it to yourself. It's time to prove to everyone who ever doubted you that you're capable of achieving greatness. The moment is now. Get up, show up, and make it happen. You've already got what it takes. Now it's time to show the world. Have you ever found yourself waiting for the perfect moment? That moment when everything aligns and you feel ready to take on the world? What if I told you that waiting for that moment is keeping you stuck? If you're constantly waiting for everything to be just right, you might be missing out on the opportunities that are right in front of you. Perfectionism is a trap. It can paralyze you, keep you in a cycle of not yet or soon enough. But what if you decided today was the day you acted? Right now, no more waiting for the stars to align. What are you really waiting for? The truth is, you don't need the perfect moment to start. You need the courage to take the first step, even if it's not perfect. Progress doesn't happen in the waiting, it happens in the doing. So stop waiting, start now. Even if you have to begin imperfectly, it's still better than never starting at all. When others doubt you, the best way to prove them wrong is through immediate action. Words and promises don't mean much if there are no results to back them up. Your actions speak louder than anything else. Doubt is not something you defeat with excuses or reasons. It's defeated with results. When people doubt your abilities, your best response is to show up, do the work, and let your actions do the talking. This is how you build credibility and momentum. The more you show up, the more people will begin to see you as someone who gets things done. Your consistency and dedication will make them start believing in you, even if they didn't before. Think about it. What good is all the talent in the world if you don't put it to work? Action is the language that turns doubt into undeniable results. So start today. Act and prove them wrong with your success. There's a big difference between dreamers and doers. Dreamers wait for the perfect moment to act. They wait for inspiration, for the right time, or for things to fall into place. Doers, on the other hand, don't wait. They take action regardless of how they feel or whether the timing is perfect. Doers move forward because they understand something that dreamers often miss. Success doesn't come from waiting, it comes from doing. Doers take the first step, even when they're unsure, even when they don't feel ready. They trust that the act of moving forward will create the conditions for success. So I ask you, are you going to let your dreams remain just that, dreams? Or will you turn them into reality by taking action? Don't wait for the perfect conditions, create them with your action. The power of the present is real. Every choice you make today shapes your tomorrow. If you keep waiting for the right time, you're delaying your progress. The future isn't going to magically align with your hopes. It will align with your actions. Every second you spend waiting is another second wasted. The time to act is now. The moment is now. The only way to change your life, to make things happen, is by taking action today. If you keep putting it off, you'll be stuck in the same place. There is no better time than now. Stop waiting and start doing. Your future success is determined by what you do today, so take that first step. Don't wait another second. It's easy to think that big results come from big actions, but the truth is, it's the small, consistent actions that lead to massive results over time. Think about it like rolling a snowball. At first it's small, almost insignificant, but as you keep rolling it, it grows bigger and bigger, and eventually it becomes unstoppable. That's the power of consistency. Every small action you take today builds toward a bigger result, even when you don't see it immediately. Success isn't an overnight occurrence. It's the result of countless small steps taken over time. Don't underestimate the power of the little things. They add up. The key to massive success is consistent action. So keep going, even if the progress seems slow. Every step you take is building the momentum you need. Keep rolling that snowball. It's getting bigger, and before you know it, it's going to be unstoppable. How many times have you started something only to quit when things got tough? You felt that frustration, haven't you? The excitement of a new beginning, the rush of fresh energy, and then when the obstacles appear, you give up. Maybe you didn't feel ready, or maybe the challenge seemed bigger than you imagined. But let me tell you something, every time you quit, you lose precious ground on your journey to success. Every step back, every time you turn around, takes you further from your goal. The key to breaking this cycle, it's simple. Keep going. Push through when it feels hard. Keep going even when you doubt yourself. The magic isn't in the grand gestures, it's in showing up every single day, even when it's uncomfortable. If you want success, you have to embrace the hard parts and keep pushing through them. So ask yourself, what's stopping you from pushing through the tough moments now? Here's the truth, success isn't built overnight. You're not going to wake up one day and find that everything has fallen into place. It's the daily grind, the small, consistent steps that eventually make all the difference. It's about showing up day after day, even when you don't feel like it, even when the progress seems small. But it adds up. Little by little, those steps move you closer to your dream. Success isn't about waiting for some miracle to fall into your lap. It's about making steady, daily progress toward the life you want. So let me ask you, would you rather put in the work consistently or sit around waiting for an opportunity to magically appear? Success isn't about waiting for luck to show up. It's about showing up yourself every day, no matter what. Do you have what it takes to keep going when everyone else would quit? Because let me tell you, those who succeed are the ones who don't stop when it gets hard. The difference between people who make it and those who don't is simple: perseverance. When others would walk away, the successful ones keep showing up. They keep pushing through. It's not always easy. In fact, it's often really tough, but that's what separates the winners from the rest. It's the commitment to keep going even when the road gets rough. So how much do you want your dream? Are you ready to push past the obstacles that would stop others? Because the ones who make it are the ones who refuse to stop, no matter how hard it gets. Let me give you some real-life examples. Think about the athletes, entrepreneurs, and artists who've achieved great things. They weren't always the most talented, but they were the most consistent. Take Michael Jordan. He was cut from his high school basketball team, but he kept going. Or consider Steve Jobs. He was fired from his own company before going on to build one of the most successful businesses in history. None of these people became successful because they were lucky or because they had some magical talent. They became successful because they kept showing up, even when things didn't go their way. Just like the tortoise in the fable, slow and steady wins the race. What do all these successful people have in common? It's not raw talent, it's the power of consistency. So remember, success comes not from what you do in one day, but from what you do consistently over time. Here's something you need to understand. Success isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. If you try to do everything at once, you'll burn out. You've got to pace yourself. Take things one step at a time and know that you're in this for the long haul. Success isn't about quick wins. It's about staying in the game, showing up every day, and making steady progress. You'll face obstacles, and some days you'll want to quit. But the key is to keep going. Success comes from consistent effort, not from bursts of energy followed by long periods of inactivity. So ask yourself, are you ready to run the long race? Or are you looking for a quick fix that won't last? If you want to succeed, you've got to show up every single day, even when it feels slow, even when it feels like you're not moving fast enough. Success isn't a result of never failing. It's the result of never giving up. You don't have to be perfect and you don't have to win every time. But if you keep moving forward, even when the path is hard, you'll get where you want to go. The most successful people in the world aren't the ones who never fail. They're the ones who keep going when they do. They understand that each setback is just another chance to keep moving forward. So here's what I want you to remember. No matter how slow it feels, each step you take is one step closer to your goal. Don't stop now. Keep pushing forward. Success is inevitable if you just keep moving, even if it's one small step at a time. Keep going. You're getting closer. Do you truly believe that you are capable of achieving everything you dream of? Let me ask you that again. Do you really believe in your potential? Think about it. How many times have you held yourself back because you didn't think you were good enough, or worthy enough, or capable enough? We all have dreams. We all have visions of where we want to be, what we want to achieve. But the biggest barrier to those dreams isn't the challenges we face. It's the doubt we carry inside ourselves. Success starts with belief. If you don't trust your own potential, if you don't take that first step with the conviction that you can succeed, you'll never get anywhere. So take a moment to reflect. Are your dreams aligned with your belief in yourself, or is fear quietly holding you back? It's time to decide. The first step toward your dream is the belief that you can achieve it. Your belief in yourself is your most powerful tool. It's the foundation on which everything else is built. Without it, nothing else matters. Do you really think you'll achieve anything great if you don't believe it's even possible? The truth is, belief fuels everything. It fuels your ambition, your resilience, your persistence. When you believe you can do something, you find the strength to push through the obstacles, the doubts, and the setbacks. Think of your belief like a compass. It guides you toward your goals. No matter how tough the road ahead, your belief keeps you moving forward. It gives you direction, it keeps you on track, and it makes the impossible seem possible. Without belief, you're lost, but with it, you're unstoppable. How can you expect others to believe in you if you don't first believe in yourself? Your belief is contagious. When you trust yourself, when you show up with confidence and purpose, people around you start to believe in you too. You can't ask for support if you don't show that you're willing to support yourself. People won't follow someone who's unsure of their own path. But when you demonstrate belief in your abilities, when you stand firm in your conviction, others will rally behind you. They'll believe in your vision because you believed in it first. So let me ask you, are you waiting for others to believe in you? Or are you ready to believe in yourself first? Start there. Start by trusting your own potential and watch how the world around you starts to reflect that belief. Belief is the foundation of every great achievement. Every single accomplishment, no matter how big or small, starts with belief. Without belief, you wouldn't even take the first step. Think about the greatest achievements in history. None of them would have happened without someone believing it was possible, even when the odds were against them. Every dream that became reality began with the simple thought, I can do this. And that belief drives you to act. It pushes you to keep going, even when the journey gets tough. So remember this, without belief, there is no action. And without action, there is no success. It's that simple. Belief is not just about wishing for something to happen, it's about having the courage to take bold steps forward, no matter how uncertain things may seem. Belief is like the fuel in your engine. Without it, you can't go anywhere. Imagine you've got a powerful engine, a finely tuned machine that could take you places, but it's running on empty. What good is an engine with no fuel? That's what it's like when you don't believe in yourself. Your potential is the engine, but belief is the fuel that keeps it running. Without belief, that engine sits idle. It doesn't matter how much potential you have if you don't have the fuel to power it. So if you feel stuck, if you feel like you're not getting anywhere, take a moment to check your fuel. Are you believing in yourself? Because when you do, you'll find the energy to take action, to keep pushing, to keep moving toward your goals, no matter how tough the road gets. Don't let your belief run dry. Keep fueling it and watch how far you can go. Trust in yourself, you've got everything it takes. You already have what you need inside you to make your dreams come true. Stop waiting for someone else to tell you that you're ready. Stop waiting for validation from the outside. Trust yourself. You already have the skills, the strength, the resilience to succeed. The only thing standing between you and your dreams is the belief that you can achieve them. So today, right now, make the decision. Stop doubting yourself and start proving to yourself and the world that you're capable. Trust in your abilities, take action, and keep moving forward. You've got what it takes. Now is the time to step into that power, to trust in yourself, and to make your dreams a reality. When was the last time you celebrated how far you've come, not just how far you have to go? Think about it for a moment. How often do you find yourself focused on the next goal, the next challenge, the next big thing? So many people get caught up in what's ahead. They forget to recognize the progress they've already made. But here's the thing, every step you've taken so far counts. Each action, each effort, no matter how small, has brought you closer to your goal. If you only look ahead, you'll miss the strength you've already gained. Take a moment to reflect and celebrate that progress. Your journey is worth honoring. Success isn't just about reaching the end goal, it's about recognizing and celebrating the small victories along the way. Every little step, every small achievement is what fuels your journey. No progress is too small to be proud of. It's easy to get lost in the bigger picture, but the truth is, it's the small moments that add up to create real change. Think about it, how can you keep going if you don't stop and appreciate how far you've come? It's like climbing a mountain. Every foothold, every small gain is worth celebrating, because without them, you can't reach the top. Every small victory makes the climb worth it. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. So often, we think we need to make big leaps to be successful, but that's not the reality. Success is a collection of small, consistent actions. It's not about one big win, it's about showing up day after day and taking those small steps. Each victory, no matter how small, is part of the journey toward your goal. When you celebrate these small wins, you build momentum. You create a positive cycle that drives you forward. So don't overlook the small wins. They matter, they count, they're the foundation of everything you'll achieve. You've already proven so much. Think about what you've already accomplished. Look at how far you've come, even when the odds were against you. You've faced challenges that once seemed impossible, and you're still here. You've already shown strength, resilience, and determination. So keep going. Every step you take, no matter how small, adds to the bigger story of your success. The world will start to notice your progress, but before that can happen, you need to acknowledge it yourself. Recognizing your growth, no matter how small, gives you the power to keep moving forward. It fuels your drive, and it reminds you of just how capable you truly are. Keep pushing. Keep celebrating each victory, because you're already well on your way to something incredible. Are you ready to silence the doubters? This is the moment you've been waiting for. The question is, will you let fear and uncertainty control your journey? Will you let the voices of doubt, whether they come from others or from within, hold you back? Or will you rise up and prove that nothing stands in the way of what you're capable of? This is your turning point. You get to decide now. Will you stay where you are, stuck in hesitation, or will you break free and step into your true power? Now that you know the power you hold, it's time to put it into action. You've recognized your potential, acknowledged your worth, and understood your strength. But that's not enough. Knowledge alone doesn't create change. Action does. If you want your life to be different, you've got to move beyond just understanding what's possible. You've got to take that first step, no matter how big or small. Time is ticking. What are you waiting for? Every second you hesitate is another moment lost. Don't let another day pass without doing something, anything, that moves you closer to your dreams. Your future is on the other side of that first step. What's stopping you from proving them wrong right now? What's the real reason you're holding back? Look at what's standing in your way and ask yourself, is it fear, doubt, lack of resources? None of that is a valid excuse anymore. The only thing that's truly holding you back is your own decision to stay where you are. There is no more waiting. The world is waiting for you to take action. Your success is only one brave step away. Now is the time. Take that step. Step up, rise above, and show the world who you are. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for someone to tell you that you're ready, because you are. This is your moment. It's your life, your destiny, and your greatness to claim. Stop asking for approval. Step into your power. Show up as the person you've always been meant to be, and let the world see what you're truly capable of. The time is now. Take it. It's your time. Go and prove them wrong. The world is waiting for your greatness. Every day you wait, you're holding back something incredible. Stop dreaming about it. Stop talking about it. Take action. Step into your potential and show the world that you are ready. Don't let fear or doubt stop you any longer. The world is waiting for you to take your place. Go out and make it happen. It's your moment. Own it.